Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris, and you are listening to Tales from the Tarheel State. This is Monday, March the 7th. Hope everybody's doing all right. I know that the world has gone crazy as hell. We're on the verge of World War III and all that kind of good shit. So, yeah, things are fucking crazy out there. So let's start out with some good news. The Tarheels win. Yes, totally ruined Coach K's, his big plans for smacking us around on his last game at home at Cameron. I'm sure he's only been planning that for a year. And so, that kind of shit happens, man. Well, they say life is what happens when you're making plans. So, he probably shouldn't have decided he was going to retire and announce it a year early when Roy announced his retirement. Coach K had to take that shine off. And since when he came into the ACC, his entire, he based everything on beating Dean Smith. If he could beat Dean Smith, then he could be in the national title contention. And that was his whole goal. So for us to beat him in his last game there at Cameron, and, by Dean Smith, player in Hubert, who I really, really like, by the way, as a coach. I think he's going to do a great job. I hope he's there as long as he wants to be there. And I think he can really do great things. I think anybody that heard that, his post-conference, his post-game press conference, I think you'll hear things in there that bode well for Carolina basketball for years to come. And I thought it was fantastic. And congratulations to my beloved Tar Heels. I got so many phone calls. Well, I got a lot of texts, rather. Nobody calls anymore. I got a ton of text messages from friends of mine and stuff right after the game. So that was cool. Everyone was so excited. Really, because we've had a hard season, ups and downs, and I know that probably people have been questioning Hubert's ability as a coach, and I think that's silly. I think that a lot of kids are going to want to come play for him because he played under Coach Smith, and he was maybe one of the leading NBA percentage-wise three-point shooters, I think, and at Carolina, obviously, three-point shooting. So, Hubert's a really good dude from what anybody can tell, and from everything I've heard anybody say about him. He certainly seems like a really good dude. So, we'll hopefully everything will keep on rolling for Hubert, and that'd be great, I think. So, we'll see how things go from here. Hopefully we can kick some ass in the ACC tournament. That would be great. And, we'll see. We'll see what goes on. The guys looked fantastic, I gotta say. They played really well together. And I think they, could really do some great things together. So go Tar Heels. Go motherfucking Tar Heels. And, fucking awesome. Sorry about the sound quality last week, by the way. I tried doing like an automatic record level thing, and it really fucked it all up, so I apologize for that. And I don't redo my podcast. I don't edit this shit. I make a game plan, and that's just what I do. Like, I outline for an episode things I want to discuss, and so I'm not gonna do it over, because then it's fucking fake. It's not real. It's not me thinking of things off the top of my head. Which is kind of how I like to do this, because at least that way, if I'm not in here talking to somebody, it doesn't sound like I'm in here reading some shit. I know you can hear my notebook moving around sometimes. I tried typing all this shit out on laptop, but it's just too much of it's hard for me to keep my thoughts flowing that way. I can just kind of jot down ideas, and makes it a lot easier for me, because I'm not good at like really writing this shit out and trying to read it. I don't want it to sound that way, and I don't want it to sound rehearsed, because I don't rehearse, and I don't like that kind of shit. I'm not trying to be a news show. I would love to get some people to talk to on this podcast. maybe someday somebody besides my beloved wife will come in and sit down and shoot the shit with me. Although I really enjoy doing it with her, she just doesn't have that much time for that kind of thing. And she's a lot more shy than me, so I think it's more difficult for her to sit here and talk. Like, I think most people don't want to sit here and do this because they're afraid of people knowing who they are or what they're doing. But, I mean, if nobody's listening to this that doesn't know me personally, hell, they don't have any idea. I think I could be making all this shit up. So, at any rate, yeah, Tarheels won. That was fucking awesome. We had the State of the Union address from Biden. That was interesting. And can someone please explain to me what the fuck? I mean, how many pharmaceuticals is Nancy Pelosi on to stand up and do that weird little fucking dance she did? I mean, it just shows you that all that is totally rehearsed because she's not actually listening to what he's saying or something. I mean, it's such staged theater at this point. And if people can't see that, I don't know what to say about it. It's really, I don't know, man. It's fucking weird as shit to me. So yeah, that was weird. This week was a tough week. I wanted to have a drink a couple times pretty bad, I gotta tell you. And the first time I wanted to have a drink really bad, I was on my way home from working, and we just had a lot of shit going on this week, which I'll get into. But the drinking thing, man, it's like a feeling, a wave washed over me, and I was like, holy fuck, I just want to go fucking have a drink. It's like you feel like you're not comfortable in your own skin, like you want to escape yourself. And I came to the realization that it's not an alcoholism thing. It is, I've had that feeling before I ever had the first drink in my life. So that was a bit of an epiphany for me to realize that. And I guess I've had that feeling since I was a child from c-ptsd, from wanting to be able to escape from the house I was in and shit, or the life I was in and all that. So I think it's biological depression, and it's also a result of living in a traumatic, scary fucking place. And yeah, fucking wild, right? So I made it through that, and then it happened again to me later in the week, and I was able to recognize that, oh wow, here's that feeling again. And yeah, it's pretty fucking wild, man. That's some wild shit to think about. I need to talk to my therapist about it, and so I'll be talking to her today. I'm actually supposed to meet my therapist and my psychiatrist today. So I don't know how that's going to work because they're both about the same time. And my insurance is pretty crappy, although I could definitely meet with my psychologist, and I've already paid for that, but the psychiatrist cost me quite a bit to go to because my insurance won't cover that, which is pretty fucked up, but that's the way it is. And so yeah, wanted to drink bad because we had some things going on in our extended family, if you will. Tasha, my wife's sister, she is mentally handicapped. She lives in a group home, and she stole $20 from somebody, and then she wouldn't admit to it, and that kind of threw Tanya into a spin, and shit runs downhill. So then I was catching shit, but see, after that, I do some YouTube videos of me trying to do some cooking so people can learn how to cook at home, because no one seems to know how to do that anymore. And haven't really gotten many comments on there. My mother commented, I think, under a strange person's name. I don't know. It's kind of strange. I don't know if they're just that paranoid. And I think she lives with my little brother, who's definitely on the right wing spectrum of things, it would seem. Yeah, I don't know what to think about, folks. I guess it's not for me to think about too much. I got my own issues to worry about, but Then I got a message from my little sister who I haven't spoken to in quite a few years now, and it was just, you should give your dad his guns back, which was interesting since, the guns that I have are all, half of them are old as hell and don't work. And any of the ones that I had at my home that were worth money, mostly my dad made me take and sell to somebody for him so he could have the money. And I had all these guns in my house, and they're just hunting guns and stuff. It's not like a bunch of fucking assault rifles and handguns. It's like old shotguns and 22 rifles and just hunting guns, man. Basic utility hunting weapons, a fucking tool, essentially. And I just thought it was real interesting that that's the only thing that my sister could say to me. I thought I was a really good brother to her. But my dad likes to play us off each other, so whenever I've been around, she's not welcome there. And whenever I'm not around, she's there. And it was just my dad's narcissistic manipulation shit. And he just turned 70, and he had triple bypass surgery when he was 50, and he's been talking on for 20 years that he's living on borrowed time, getting everyone to take care of him for the last 20 years. And when I was younger, he talked shit about my grandmother, and for her not... ain't nothing wrong with her and all this shit. He would talk all that shit about my grandma, and it's family, man. Some fucked up shit. If any of my family ever wants to know who I really am, instead of just making assumptions and talking shit about me behind my back, they could listen to this fucking podcast, and they would learn a lot. But they won't. And even if they did, they wouldn't learn anything because they have their own ideas about who I am for some fucking reason. I'm just a piece of shit, drunk, lying, greedy, I don't know what, which I'm none of those things. I'm friends with the people I've been friends with all my fucking life, at least since I stopped having to move every 6 fucking months as a child. There's so many reasons the families don't get along. And, I don't know. Maybe some families are different than mine, but there's so many things that go on, the power dynamics and the struggles. We never had a fucking thing when I was growing up. We were so goddamn poor. Any money that my parents had, they spent on themselves doing drugs and shit. I never went to fucking Disney World, or my parents wouldn't even let me be a fucking Boy Scout because they said we couldn't afford the uniform. They made me quit playing sports because they were afraid I'd break my leg or something, and they wouldn't take me to the fucking doctor. And if I sound bitter, it's because, I have just walked away and tried to fucking live my life as best I can. My wife and I, we're good fucking people. We don't take advantage of anyone. We're not liars. We don't try to get things that aren't ours. We're humble. We don't think we're better than anyone. And I talked about getting off your high horse and that kind of shit being said as a child and all my life and people in my family. And I guarantee if any of them see my shit on YouTube and they hear me doing any of this, all they'll have to say is, get down off your high horse. Who do you think you are? That fucking shit. I'm not surprised that racism and shit exists and continues to be an issue. Most people don't even like their own people inside their own fucking family for reasons of politics or greed. They'll hate each other. They'll kill each other over fucking $100. Somebody dies. It's like the goddamn vulture circle. It breaks my heart. And I don't want to have a fucking part in it. And my family seems to think that I wanted something that was not, that didn't belong to me or that I didn't deserve because I didn't have children and that I'm a piece of shit drunk and all these things. And, I refuse to fucking be made out a villain when I haven't done anything to them. Oh, and I didn't have children, so I don't deserve anything anyway. That was also said, according to my stepsister, that felt it was okay to tell my wife all these things. And I have all this shit in writing. She emailed and fucking texted all this shit. We saved all that shit. So the things that my father said about me to my step-siblings, who, by the way, we were all grown when they got married. So for my father to fucking talk about me like that, I'm his only fucking kid that was there for him forever. When I saw him do shit to people you wouldn't fucking believe, to my mother and stuff, it breaks my fucking heart. I've had to mourn my father's death while he's still alive. And he was the only fucking family I had. And yet, I'm a piece of shit. That's right. Me. That's what I am. And here's to you, folks. You know, that's what y'all think of me. That's good. That's fine. Now you can continue to think that forever. And I hope there's an afterlife. And if there is, I hope you can see afterwards that you're full of shit. I fucking have cried myself to sleep as a child over my fucking mom and dad fighting and trying to kill each other. And since I fucking became an adult, they have acted like I'm supposed to chase after them for their love. And I'm done chasing after you for your love. If you ever hear this. I refuse to do it ever again. I've cried myself to sleep. I've cried over the fucking loss of my sister's love. My little brother never wanted to have anything to do with me anyway, which was, obvious. I tried. I went to live with my mother when I was 30 years old to try to make a relationship with my brother who's 18 years younger than me because he doesn't have a father. And yet, nothing. So, I'm done. I'm done caring about it. I will not chase after you for love that you're not capable of giving. I'm almost 50 years old. I'm almost the age that my dad was when he had heart surgery. I'm 48 years old. And I think back at the way that I've been treated all my life. Like my dad was just pitiful, except for when he wanted to be a mean motherfucker. It's some fucked up shit. And for any of you that have had to deal with that kind of shit, here's some coffee to you. And a happy fucking Monday morning. Sorry to get all that off my chest, but I've been really struggling this week with all this stuff. It's been hard. It's been real fucking hard to keep my shit together and to not respond to these things. Having to be the bigger person, as they say, and just walk away from that shit and not let it make me want to go get drunk or lash out at them. I mean, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. People will do that shit to each other. And there's no limit to the hurt that other people will cause other fucking people. It's ridiculous. I mean, to their own family members. Not one of them has ever tried to talk to me about a fucking thing. They just have these assumptions they make about me. And I don't know where it comes from, other than the resentment, I think, that my father has that I was ever born because my mother tricked him into having me. I got told that about a dozen times. I never wanted children. Your mother tricked me into having you. And, you want to hear that when you're in fucking junior high school and elementary school. It does wonders for your feeling loved at home. It's really fucking good for you. It's real fucking good for you. So, again, happy Monday. Go Tar Heels. We're on the verge of World War III, so that's fucking great. What else is going on? Let's see if I can find something here that's fun to talk about to cheer you up at all. God damn it. All right, so Bishop Gunn, I like that dude. He's got a song, or the band has a song, and it's southern rock type shit. Apparently it's country now. They call it country. I think it's really good. I've talked about listening to Feral Roots. It's another really good rock band. If any of you like dad rock, as they call it now, if it has a guitar in it, it's dad rock. Seems that no one likes that anymore. It's got to be keyboards or it's hip hop or. Oh, and speaking of hip hop, holy shit! I saw this video. A buddy of mine told me about this song, and I watched it, and it fucking blew me away. I'm not. You know what? I'm not. I don't even know if I should promote that. I'm not going to promote it because I'm not going to say a fucking word about it. It's like white dudes dressed hip hop gangsters in trucks, and they're, talking about shooting and disposing of bodies when somebody comes to home invade them. I don't know. I found it a little bit disturbing that it had 66 million views. And it's catchy. That's the bad part. It's catchy as fuck. It's meant to fucking catch you, and it will. It's pretty simple. It's real fucking, it's got a good melody. But the subject matter, I have to say, leaves a little bit to be desired. Oh, God. Yeah, when you're talking, it's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'll leave you with that quote. That's, you know, I guess, I mean, I used to really like gangster rap when I was young. Maybe I'm just a fucking old man now. I want the love, man. I need some love. My life is shitty enough. I don't want any more of the fucking hate and the goddamn violence and shit. I've seen enough fucking shitty fucking shit from people in my life. And, yeah. Holy fuck. So, on a lighter note, I'm going to go meet a lady about a job today, too. I don't know if it'll be worth going up there, but I'm going to go talk to her anyway. It's like working in a little diner up here at this Palace Point joint. And, I don't know, it's just this big old complex place. And it has like skating rinks and movie theaters and bowling alleys all in one big giant building. And they're looking for like part-time help up there at night and shit, so I'm gonna go up there and see what's up. Something else to make a little money and do something that I enjoy doing. The job I'm at right now, it's just everything I do feels wrong. I feel like I can't do anything right there. And I don't know if that's, you know, some of it is my fault, but some of it is just the old boss man is just constantly bitches and complains about everything. And he seems like a very unhappy old man. It's hard for me to be around it because I grew up with a very unhappy man in my life. And as much as I love working with my buddy, working for that fella is hard for me to do. And it makes me on edge constantly while I'm at work. I feel like nothing I can do is right, and I'm scared to do anything because I'm going to get hollered at, and I don't want to be hollered at because then I'm going to fucking, you know, retaliate in kind, and I don't want to put myself in that position, and I don't want to disrespect my buddy. And so I'm trying to find something else to do. Theme of my life, not being able to get along. You know, self-control needs improvement. Has problems working with others, all that shit. So anyway, I know this hasn't been very fucking happy and light this morning, but hey, the Tar Heels kicked the shit out of Duke. Not really, it was a great fucking game, and the Tar Heels looked fucking great. They played like a team, man. It was really nice to see. And anyways, love you guys. Thanks for listening, and I'll try to be a little more upbeat next week. This was a hard week, man. And sometimes life just beats you down, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like life is perfect. You know, life is not a fucking Instagram picture of a holiday. There's a lot of shit that goes on in between that shit. And, yeah, I'll try to, hopefully I can do something to do something fun. I know we're going to go to see a concert sometime this spring of a silly, like, bluegrass band that does a lot of covers, and that'll be fun. I'll take some footage of that. I'm sure we will. And yeah, gotta get happy, man. God damn, life is bringing me down. Fucking gas, $4 a gallon yesterday for regular. Grocery store, if there's anything in the grocery store, as expensive as 40 hells. And yeah, man, shit's getting wild. We're living in it. We are living in it. But anyway, guys, thanks for listening. And talk to y'all soon. And rock on, rocker.